everyone. Nicole Moss, co-founder of Moss Consulting. Welcome back to this edition of the Moss Minute, where I have Orion Hansen, who owns
Sentient Spaces.
So Orion, which is a very cool name, by the way.
Thank you.
I'm sure you get that a lot. Tell me, what are these things in front of us here?
So these are ceramics that are 3D printed. The two pieces on either end are double-walled planters. They use an ancient technique called Oya irrigation to passively water the plant rather than watering the plant from the top. So that prevents like overwatering, underwatering, and it prevents the compaction of the soil over time. Most people, when they get a pot and they water it for a while, they notice the water just falls through the plant.
Right.
And that's because all of the sediment and hard water that you're putting into the plant, it makes the soil really hard. That's kind of where I started getting into ceramic 3D printing because it allows for biological integration because ceramic is biocompatible. It's part of the earth already. It lasts really, it's really durable. It's already used in the construction world.
Right.
And there's plenty of other companies that are doing stuff exactly like I'm doing all over the world.
Awesome. And I guess you have to glaze the outside so the water doesn't seep out.
Yeah, so these pieces, I actually glazed the entirety so that does not occur. The bottoms, although there might be some pimpling of some glaze here and there, I put them on stands so that the water can, if any does perhaps get through, the air that flows underneath it will dry that out.
Awesome. Very cool.
I originally I was doing like cups. I have this ohm cup on my website that it looks nice, and you could put tea or coffee into it. But working with earthenware, which is the specific type of ceramic that I have, it's not super conducive to dinnerware type of circumstances. Sure. So you can't throw it in a dishwasher.
Yeah.
And I didn't really want to take on that kind of liability. So I just decided, you know what, planters, people are like, oh, I have way too many cups. But you know what I can never have enough of is planters.
That's right. Every time we go somewhere, I'm like, oh, we should get that vase or that, pot or whatever. And they're really cool. So I'm assuming that, are you using a kiln?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have my own setup. I live on a farm, and I basically built the entire infrastructure.
Okay.
We have a 200-gallon propane tank. When I moved in, that was already there, and there's this old yellow shed that was falling apart, and we demolished half of it, and then I put up a wall, laid a brick floor, put 2 foundations for 2 kilns, and then I drove to Houston and got a used kiln, turned it into a gas kiln, and so I do all my glazing and firing at this farm.
That is so awesome. And you're selling these very cool planters. What's like step 2?
Well, it'd be to get into the world of architecture, to start getting commissions as living systems. I was talking about doing tile work, for instance. I could do a backsplash, really like living systems, living wall systems. People might want to have an indoor, basically just a piece of art that has plants vertically growing on it that they don't really have to take care of, that filters their air inside and just adds some atmosphere, doing waterfalls, even outdoor larger structures.
Would it be something like this where, let's just say that for if we were going to put like a living wall here, that there would just be a place where you would get up to the top and like pour water in, or?
So if it was going to be like a large vertical system, I would actually have a trough at the bottom where the water is collected, and that would be what you get filled. And even if we're doing something like that, if you had access to a water line, then I would just have a float valve.
Yeah, you'd never have to water it.
No, really. Going back to why I have this interest in doing this, it's more so just trying to specialize in something that I think can offer a greater good to people and help influence how people see the world around them and have greater appreciation for nature and bring a Zen space into their homes so that they're not constantly thinking about hustle and the grind and making money, and just having space so they can just be at peace. I don't think Western society appreciates the essence of Zen enough.
I wanted to let that sit for a second. That was good. Orion, it has been awesome talking to you about, one, your business, and two, the problems and solutions of the world.
Yeah.
It's been really fun and learning about Earthships and all the things. So thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Everyone, thank you so much for watching this edition of the Moss Minute. We will see you next time.